I feel ready for the show now. I was backstage, and I get all fixed up before I walk out, before the door opens. There's people huddled all around me. It's like a, ooh, it's just a something. And someone, right when the door was about to open, they noticed I had a piece of lint on me, and thank God they had one of those lint roller things to get it off. Can you imagine before that was invented what happened? And luckily it was just one piece of lint. Before the lint roller was invented, someone would have to stand there for hours just picking individually each piece of lint off, which made everyone late. That's why back in the old days, well, that and the wagons, which is what made everyone late. Then the lint roller and then the wagons changed, and then that helped everybody. But I think that was really kind of the last good invention. Nobody really invents things anymore, that I notice anywhere. I mean, there aren't that many good inventions. The only thing that I can think of, the most recent new invention is the George Foreman grill, which is a great invention, you know. I mean, they finally realized, hey, we don't need the fat and grease, and it took a boxer to figure that out. And I feel sorry. The kids today, they haven't seen anything new in a while. And like in the last 10 years, kids that are 10 years old this is their world, and that's all they know. I mean, when I was a kid, we didn't have Ziploc bags, you know? We weren't in this fancy world that we live in today. We had the bag that folded over the sandwich. Sure, the sandwich didn't fall out, but it wasn't fresh. It was... Kids don't know what stale is today. They know croutons, and that's all they know. They don't know. I mean, it must have been cool, though, to be around when big inventions, like if you were around when the automobile all of a sudden came along. That must have been really exciting and then they were called horseless carriages. Because before that, the horses pulled a carriage, again, if you're homeschooling, and then they were called horseless carriages, which I think they should still be called. I think that would be really cool to say, you know, that I'm going to the used horseless carriage lot and buy myself a new used horseless carriage. And then, because then they had the car that must have been fun to be in a motor car, and they probably didn't have headlights. They probably realized we're going to need that, and then they probably drove with lanterns, which blew out as they drove, and then they had to have a horn because, you know, there were people in the streets because they weren't used to the motor cars, so they had that. Back when the horn was first invented, you know, when you see the movies, that was like that honk, honk, that kind of, let me try that again. Honk, honk. That's better. Or that ahooga, ahooga. Ahooga, ahooga. That's what they did. Thank you. I don't do many impressions, but I think I do a good horn. But now, I mean, the cars have come a long way. They have seat belts and airbags and DVD players in cars now. That would have come in handy when you're in the wagon going across the prairie, you know. Then you needed a DVD player back then. And then blinkers now. This is, if I could invent anything new, if anybody's looking for something new to invent, it's the automatic blinker turner offer. That's what I would like, because there are people that drive. And you know, maybe there was an excuse back when they started the blinker, because the blinker, remember when the blinker used to sound, it was so loud in the car, you couldn't help but notice it was on. It was like, but now it's very silent. But people forget the blinkers on, so you're driving behind them just waiting for them to turn, miles and miles, wondering when they're going to turn. So there should be, when the car senses that it's going straight, it's not turning at all, it should just turn off automatically. So then we should have an automatic blinker turner oner. That would be harder, because they'd have to hook up things to our brains and record if we think we're going to turn. If you're a psychic, I'm sure you could do that. But some people are too cool for the blinker. They don't want to put the blinker on, you know, and you can sense that they're going to turn, but you're not sure if they're going to turn. I want that time back. That's what I want. If I could add up all that time that I waited for somebody to turn, I could go on a vacation. Or at least have a sandwich. And what happened to the inventions of, I was waiting for that, you know, on Star Trek, all that stuff, that seemed like that was coming up in the future. And aren't we in the future, 2004? You know, I was waiting for that beam me up, Scotty thing to happen. I don't know why that would be great. Can't somebody come up with it? I mean, we're on Mars, you know, we have automatic toilets that flush. We've got the clapper. We have the technology. You know? It'd be so great if we could just say, beam me up, and I would be from here, and I would go someplace else. And if I could just look over and say, beam me up, Tony. That was a pretty good horn I did. I hadn't, again, I never rehearsed these things, and that horn, this is, so now I know I do two things well. This is me honking at an owl. Auga. Auga. So, Tony. Hi, Tony.
Hi. Oh, wow.
All right, you're doing good?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Yeah, I'm doing great
What?
up until now.
Well, okay.
Now, I was going to say, actually, on Sunday, I forgot to tell you yesterday, I saw your True Hollywood Story.
My True Hollywood Story.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. It was good.
Can I just say that I was amazed. I'm learning so much more about you, and I was so amazed. I didn't realize how groundbreaking some of the stuff you've done is. And
Yeah.
I applaud you
Thank
for
you.
it.
Thank you. Well, I didn't realize it either. It's so weird to be watching something and seeing all these people talk about you and see, like, you know, it's like watching apartments that I lived in when I was a kid
Yeah.
and going to Atlanta, Texas and seeing the street again, the town that I lived. It was weird.
It was amazing.
It was weird, but yeah, they did a fine job. I thought
Yeah.
it was good. So thank you. Hey, on the show today, let's get to that. Enough about me. Leah Remini is on the show. She's hilarious. She's on that King of Queens show. That King of Queens show is doing very well. Yeah,
I like
that's a great show. She's hilarious. John Spencer from The West Wing is here also. Great guy. And you know, Leah, I realized that Leah's pregnant. I guess you all knew that. I hope I'm not all of a sudden giving it away. But Leah Remini is pregnant, and we had Cheryl Hines on the show the other day from Curb Your Enthusiasm. She was pregnant. Gwyneth Paltrow was pregnant. I realized that we're bringing pregnancy back to daytime. Yeah. So I'm proud of that. And I don't think that John Spencer is pregnant.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Also on the show today, Master Chef Joseph Poon from Philadelphia is here. And anytime you have the word master in front of your name, you're very important. Very big deal. And so last week, this is just amazing to me. James Spader was on the show, and we pointed out that on eBay, somebody was trying to sell his pillow, just a pillowcase, a regular pillowcase with his picture on it, and it was on eBay, it was on sale, it was up to $12.95. And so I kind of was joking, saying, hey, let's get the bidding up, and during commercials, people from the audience called in. By the end of the show, the bidding was up to $50 for this pillowcase, and so here's the $12.95 that it went up over the weekend to $80,500. We're not making that up. Can you see that $80,500? Just because we were joking around saying, let's get the bidding up. So this woman selling the pillowcase probably had no idea what was going on. And so then, you know, I guess people sobered up and thought, oh, you know, well, this is funny, but I'm not paying $80,000. So people started pulling out, but it ended up selling for $1,500 for this pillowcase for James Spader because it got to be, I guess, a joke. But now everybody on eBay, I don't know much about eBay, but I guess they find out what's selling and what's hot, and then everybody starts selling it. So now there are all these other James Spader, look right here, as seen on Ellen, James Spader pillowcase. So the buyer has already paid the $1,500, and we just thought we would call the woman who was selling the that was a cordless phone just for a second, but not going to help us. All right, so her name is, Jesus, I can't talk and dial at the same time. It looks easy, but then once you get on television, it's, all right, her name is Joy Hartley. She lives in Detroit, and she's got to be excited about this. $1,500. It's a regular cotton pillowcase that she tried to make it sound.
Hello?
Hey, Joy?
Yes.
It's Ellen DeGeneres calling.
Oh my God, you sound just like you do on TV.
I do?
This is such an honor.
Yeah. It's a whole different thing when we're not on the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different. Hey, Joy, congratulations. How much did you think that you would sell the pillowcase for?
I was thrilled when I saw it in the morning before we went out at $53.
Right.
I was excited then. My sister says, close it down quick before they change their mind.
Right. Yeah. Well, good thing you didn't listen to your sister.
That's right. I don't that often.
Now, so now, what have you sold before?
I've sold pillowcases with celebrity images and tote bags and magnets and stuff like that.
Do you make these yourself, or where'd you find this James Spader pillowcase?
I made it.
You made it.
Uh-huh.
And now, James Spader, and who else do you have on pillowcases?
Oh, I have all the hot actors and actresses and some of the rock stars.
Uh-huh. What rock stars do you have?
Bon Jovi's really hot.
And what's the most you've gotten for a pillowcase?
I think around $58 I got for a Russell Crowe once.
Yeah, okay. And James pointed out something that you have glasses on him. Now, when you're going to sleep, you don't want to lay on somebody with glasses.
Well, I wanted him to see who he was with.
Oh, I see. That's very, very smart of you. All right, now, what happened? Did you see it get up to $80,000?
I didn't see it, but I got about 100 emails telling me about it.
Okay, and so then you close it out at $1,500.
Yeah, before everybody regained their sanity and it dropped lower than that.
Yeah, again. All right, well, well, congratulations. Now, you didn't know what was going on because we heard this story. This was amazing, okay? You were out doing what?
We were out shopping for a new truck. The Friday before, we were coming home from dinner, and the police were chasing another vehicle, and they rear-ended us and pushed us 75 feet into a stone house.
So
our truck was totaled.
Your truck was totaled. You're going to buy a new car, and you just sold a pillowcase for $1,500.
That's going to help.
All right, good. Well, good for you, and you deserve then the $1,500. Congratulations, and we'll see you later.
Well, thank you very much, Ellen. I really appreciate you featuring my auction.
Okay, Joy. Anytime we can help.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye. All right. Now, not to be outdone, I never really got involved with eBay. I don't know anything about it, but it seems like a really great thing. And I decided, well, if she can get $1,500 for a pillowcase, I should probably get in on this too. So what I didn't want to just do a pillowcase, but what I've done is I've put together Ellen bedding. And what it is, there is... We have a fitted sheet, we have a flat sheet, and we have one pillowcase. We're working on a dust ruffle, maybe. And what this was, it was an accident. I got home, I was so sleepy, and I didn't take my makeup off in my face. So anyway, we're gonna put this on eBay. You go to our website and we'll link you up, and you can go to eBay. If you bid on this Ellen betting, all of the proceeds are going to go to the ASPCA. So. We'll be right back with Leah Remini, and she'll be sitting right there. We'll be right back.